After a miserable capitulation against South Africa by 98 runs in the first one-day international in Cairns, Australian cricket are in misery. They are on a 3 ODI series losing streak currently. On the other hand, it's a joy for South African cricket team winning a one-day match by 98 runs against Australia in Australia. It's a record for South African cricket team. Previously, back in 1994, they have won the ODI match against Australia by 84 runs. In terms of longest victory, it is South African biggest victory, I must say, against Australia in Australia. And it is also the fourth straight win in one-day international against Australia. On the other hand, Australian cricketer is struggling. Stephen Smith, the spearhead of Australian batting attack, recently retired from one-day international cricket. And the Glenn Maxwell, the master, the dominating player against his spin, he also retired from Australian cricket. And currently Australian cricket team is in a transition. Someone like Cameron Green who batting at number 4, and they have established player, I must say, Josh Inglis and Alex Carey. But on number 3, Marnus Labuschagne is struggling. And in this video, we will analyze all the facts and the stats between Australia and South Africa One Day Series 2025. In the first match, it was the easy victory, I must say, from South African point of view. And the rest of the 2 matches will be played at Great Barrier Reef in Mackay. At Great Barrier Reef in Mackay, this will be the second one-day international in history of one-day international cricket. The last one-day international match played at Great Barrier Reef in Mackay was way back in 1992, which was also the first one-day international at Mackay. And at this ground, India and Sri Lanka collided back in 1992, although the match ended in no result due to tropical rain. Before coming into the second and third ODI match of the series, we have to analyze and dissect the first one-day international match played between Australia and South Africa. After winning the toss, Mitchell Marsh decided to bowl first, but it was simply domination from South African point of view. Their batters batted really well. The top order, especially Aiden Markram, played a runnable innings of 80-odd runs. On the other hand, the gritty captain Temba Babu was fantastic. He scored over 60-odd runs, and Matthew Britsky he played only third one-day international for South African cricket team, and currently his average is over 90-odd run, and especially he has been consistent right from the word go. And Dwell Bravis, the mystery man from South African point of view, and on a debut game he struck 6 against Travis Head, and the very next ball he departs too. But it was a scintillating debut for somebody like Prenelan Subrayen with the ball. The off spinner bowled really well, and I must say Matthew Britsky as a newcomer is handling the middle order pressure, which is unbelievable. And I must appreciate way Matthew Britsky has been applying himself into the middle. And Dwell Bravis' point of view, he scored 180-odd run in the T20 International Series. He scored a century in the T20 International Series. He scored a 26-ball 53 run, the third T20 International match of the series. And this man has been sublime from currently. And I must say something about South African cricket team. There is spin attack. Keshav Maharaj took 5 wickets, which is the career best for Keshav Maharaj for 33 runs. First of all, he took 5 wickets for 9 runs after bowling 3.3 overs. Man, unbelievable. One stage Australia were 60 for 1, and they found themselves 89 for 6. And all credit goes to Keshav Maharaj, who single-handedly destroyed the Australian batting lineup. In Australia, this is quite unbelievable. This is not usual. Come on, man. South African bowling lineup, and there is spinners, Travis Head and Mitchell Marsh were going all guns blazing, and all of a sudden, their captain Temba Babu brought back someone like Prenelan Subrayen. On a debut game, he took the wicket of Travis Head, and then it was all about Keshav Maharaj, who turning the ball on like a sixpence. It was fantastic. The line and length he hit is a guileless spinner. We will know about him, who made his debut against Australia in 2016. And he said in the post-match presentation, he knew the condition, he was waiting to do something exceptional in Australia, and he delivered in his style. In this one-day series, Australian challenge will be to face the spin. If I look at Australian batting track record, especially in 2025 against a spinner. Before coming to this point, I must say they are the defending ICC Men's 50 over World Cup champions. Back in 2023, they lifted the title against India. But currently, Australian cricket in the rut in one-day format. They are struggling in recent one-day matches. They have lost the 2-match ODI series against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka just before the Champions Trophy. They have lost the 3-match ODI series against Pakistan in last year. And in the Champions Trophy, they have won just a single match against England. And they had no result against Afghanistan due to rain. They had no result against South Africa. They lost the semi-final against India. And very recently, they played one international match against South Africa. They have scored only 114 runs after losing 6 wickets against spinners. In Sri Lanka, they played 2 matches. They lost all their matches against Sri Lanka just because of the spinning. Currently they are not enjoying spinning condition. Yes, Stephen Smith has retired from one day international cricket. Glenn Maxwell also retired from one day international cricket. They are all good against spinners, but in this combination, Australian, someone like Cameron Green, Marnus, Labuschagne, and Josh Inglis, they are all struggling against spinners. In one day international cricket, it's not a T20 cricket, it's not a power cricket. You have to apply some tactical cricket too. You have to play the convenience cricket, and you have to play the conventional cricket shot as well. In every ball you can't hit six and boundaries too. So against spinners, strike the rotation is really important. Yes, there will be some dot deliveries, there will be some turning balls, but you have to deal with all this. It's international cricket. Let's have a look at the Australian batting record against spinners. Against Sri Lanka earlier this year, they have lost 8 wickets and scored only 115 runs. And the very next match, they have lost 7 wickets and scored only 69 runs. And against England, in the Men's Champions Trophy 2025, they have scored 120 runs after losing 2 wickets. And in the semi-final against India in the Champions Trophy, they have scored 175 runs after losing 5 wickets. But in the recent one-day international match against South Africa, they have lost 6 wickets and scored only 114 runs. If you convert this ratio, runs per wicket, against South Africa, they have scored 90 runs. Only per wicket 19 runs. They have lost a wicket after scoring a 19 runs against a spinner, which is something I must say it's a disgrace from Australian point of view. They are a good oil machine. If you look at their team combination and the team focus, I must say, someone like Cameron Green was forced to bat at number 4 after he was simply outstanding in the T20 series against South Africa and West Indies recently. And their chief selector George Bailey said in one of the interview that he will bat at number 4 in T20 cricket, and they are applying the same formula in one-day international cricket. So my point is T20 cricket and one-day cricket is not similar. So they have somebody like Alex Carey, who is a relatively good player. He can sweep the ball. He had a reverse sweep too. I think Alex Carey is a far better player in terms of against spinners. So I want to promote him at number 4. Let's see what happens, because 2027 ICC Men's World Cup is not far away. In modern day cricket, it's a multi-format game. Players are playing loads of games currently: Test cricket, ODI cricket, and T20 cricket. You don't have enough time to get the right combination. So it's a high time from Australian point of view to have a proper number 4 batsman. As Alex Carey is a good player against spin, he can sweep the ball, he can reverse sweep the ball, he can use his feet as well. So you should apply someone like Alex Carey, who is really good against spinners. When it comes to Josh Inglis, he's an attacking player who can hit the ball really hard, who loves to dominate the spinner right from the word go. From that point of view, Cameron Green should bat at number 6, I must say. I would have asked him to guide the finishing role from Australian point of view. Pat Cummins and Mitchell Starc are not playing in the series. They are all rested. Josh Hazlewood has been playing in the series. If I come to Australian bowling attack in this series, although the only one match played between Australia and South Africa in the one-day series, which they lost by 98 runs, it was a thumping victory by South African cricket team. An unbelievable victory. They have played really well, especially their bowlers and the spinners that complemented each other really well. I must compliment someone like their captain Temba Bavuma. He was really smart with his field placing and bowling change, and with the batting lineup, South African player like Aiden Markram played his part beautifully, and Temba Bavuma, their great captain, has been scoring runs consistently against Australia, who was simply superb in the World Test Championship final against Australia. They have found someone like Matthew Britsky, who has been really consistent right from the word go. So South African cricket team point of view, they have some quality player, they have some experienced player, they have some proficient player, they have some young, exciting, talented player. I'm really excited about South African cricket team combination in the ahead of 2027 ICC Men's 50 Over World Cup, which will be held in South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Namibia jointly. In the way South African cricket has found the shape, I must say they are a favorite of ICC Men's 50 Over 2027 50 Over World Cup. Although it's a long time to go, and in this video, ahead of the second and third one-day international match between Australia and South Africa, the match will be played at Great Barrier Reef in Mackay. After 33 years, in any international event will be played at Mackay. So we are excited. Let's see what kind of pitch the curator will produce. But there is some sort of glimpse from third umpire cricket. The pitch will be on the shiner side. It will be a balanced track. There will be something for the batters. There will be something for the bowlers, and especially the spinners will come into play in the first part of the innings, and in the second part of the innings it will flatten out. Especially hard hitter will enjoy they will enjoy the condition. We will see the more shots and more adventurous stroke in the second innings. So I must say, if you win the toss, you should bowl first, because you have to good look at the pitch. It has been in no man's international cricket team has played in recent time, especially last 33 years. But I have seen several amount of women's Big Bash and women's league, and India A and Australia A also collided at Mackay recently. So average first innings score is 254 runs in Mackay. So condition is favorably good for the batters, but in the fast power play, there will be something for the seam bowlers, and they will purchase some bounce, they will purchase some seam movement, which will be really crucial for the batters. It will be really tough ask for the batters to deal in the first 10 overs. You have to be really watchful in the first 10 overs. You have to watch the ball like a hawk, I must say. But as the game goes on, the spinners will come into play. So according to the pitch report and the pitch analysis, you should bat first, you should bat second, I must say. But if you bat first, you have to put runs on the board. You have to put substantial amount of runs on the board to stay in the heart. Otherwise it will be really difficult to chase down the total. Ahead of the second and third one-day international match of the series, the challenge for Australian team would be they have to survive. They have to play positive cricket against the spinners. They were too attacking in the first one-day international match against South Africa, and in the end, it cost them. They have lost the game by 98 runs. Their openers gave a blistering start. Mitchell Marsh and especially Travis Head were going all guns blazing, and all on a sudden South African captain Temba Bavuma brought the spinners, and then Australian batters collapsed. They collapsed really badly, no question about that. From South African point of view, the momentum is with them. They have started the series on a positive note, and they will look to clinch the series ahead of the second and third ODI match of the series. From Australian point of view, they are on a 3 ODI series losing streak. To avoid the series defeat against South Africa, their batters have to step up to the crease. They have to come to the party. So Australian batters have to be smart. They have to play really good cricket. Game plan is really crucial. I think Australians were too aggressive against South Africa in the first one-day match of the series. Unless Josh Hazlewood, nobody has bowled really well, I must say. And with the bat, it was all about the captain Mitchell Marsh. He scored 88 runs. Before coming into this series, South African cricket team was struggling too. They have lost the home ODI series against Pakistan last year 3-0. They have lost the one-day international series against Afghanistan last year 2-1. They have won the 2-1 ODI series against Ireland. They were absolutely horrible before the Champions Trophy. They have lost the tri-match series against Pakistan and New Zealand. They were winless actually. But since Champions Trophy, South African cricket team has gained some momentum, and currently South African cricket in good shape, I must say. Winning a match against Australia in Australia by 98 runs is not a joke. And Australian team is currently, they are struggling, especially against spinners. Their batters are struggling to play positively against spinners. The challenge for the Australian batters would be in the next 2 matches of the series is spin, I must say. Australian batters are simply outstanding against seamers. They are dominant against seamers, but they have to prove a point against spinners. The Australian cricket currently in transition period. Aaron Hardy has been brought back after Glenn Maxwell's retirement as an all-rounder. He's a seam bowler all-rounder, right-arm fast bowler who can bat as well. Parko Onoli, another spinning all-rounder, is also into the squad, and I will be not surprised if Mitchell Marsh and Australian team management bring him back in the next 2 matches of the series. So ahead of the second and third ODI match of the series, we are expecting a cracker of a contest between Australia and South Africa. And Australia will be looked to come back in the ODI series. On the other hand, South African cricket team will try to be dominant over Australia as they are doing in the series. It's a great opportunity for South African cricket team to nail the series. And let me know in the comments which team you are supporting between Australia and South Africa. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy.